The wild world of Wednesday is full of secrets, and with the first half of Season 2 opening so many questions, fans have gone crazy with theories online. We're about to break down some of the craziest, so be sure to subscribe, and let's get into it. One of the biggest and most pressing questions revolves around Tyler Galpin's return. At the end of Part 1, he escaped confinement at Willow Hill Asylum in the chaos unleashed by Fester's electric blast. His warning to Wednesday at the end of Season 1 still lingers. If he ever got free, Enid would be his next target. This threat now hangs over the second half of Season 2 like an inevitable guillotine. Tyler's vendetta is deeply personal, tied not only to Wednesday's betrayal, but also to his humiliating defeat at the claws of Enid in her werewolf form. In that tense battle, she was the one who beat him into submission with the aid of his father, putting an end to his chaotic murder spree, and that humiliation may sting even deeper than Wednesday's exposure of his Hyde nature. Many believe Part 2 is building toward a brutal final showdown, Hyde versus werewolf. The real question is whether the show will take the risk of killing a beloved character like Enid, or whether it will use the confrontation to showcase her growth and newfound mastery over her abilities. She could show off a new level of power, or Tyler could highlight that nobody is truly safe in this show, even its most beloved core characters. Some fans claim that Enid's survival is a guarantee, given her role as Wednesday's anchor and closest friend. But that doesn't really mean the danger is any less real. Some theories suggest that Enid could be very seriously injured, with her near-death experience serving as a catalyst for Wednesday to face Tyler once and for all with renewed connection to her powers, or even awakening new ones. Others say that a reversal of roles could take place, where Enid becomes the savior, pulling Wednesday back from the brink in her darkest hour, moments away from killing Tyler. Whatever form it takes, the incoming and inevitable threat of Tyler's revenge ensures that the stakes remain personal, deadly, and tied to the intimate bond between these two close friends. While Tyler's menace feels like it could pounce and strike any moment, he's far from the only figure casting a massive shadow over Season 2. One of the most unsettling additions to the story has been Slurp, the reanimated zombie that Pugsley accidentally unleashed on the world. Slurp's story has only grown stranger with each episode. The more brains he consumes, the more human he seems to become. And by the midpoint of Season 2, he had already spoken his first words. The revelation that he once knew Augustus Stonehurst, the disgraced professor behind the LOIS experiments, only deepens the mystery behind his identity and purpose. When Slurp addressed him as old friend before devouring his brain, it implied a shared past full of trauma, perhaps as victim or collaborator in the twisted experiments designed to steal outcast powers. Theories vary wildly on Slurp's role in the episodes soon to come. Some argue that he will become the ultimate villain, a monstrous creation whose thirst for brains spirals into uncontrollable carnage, which gets unleashed on the area. Others imagine a redemption arc, in which his growing humanity allows him to recognize right from wrong, even positioning him as an ally to Wednesday in the final battle and proving his worth to the long-term story. One especially wild theory suggests that Slurp may even sacrifice himself, offering his artificial heart to save Enid if she falls to Tyler's fury. The notion of the boy with the mechanical heart giving it up in a final act of appreciation and loyalty has captured the imagination of fans who long for tragedy laced with redemption. It's a classic cliche, but one that could be highly impactful without taking away from the story. Whether villain or reluctant hero, Slurp is destined to play a pivotal role in the unfolding chaos. It's just a matter of how that actually plays out. And then there's Agnes Deil, the invisible girl whose obsessive devotion to Wednesday transformed her from stalker to uneasy ally. By the end of Part 1, Agnes had proven herself useful, even helping with the investigation, but her presence remains pretty unsettling. Her obsession with Wednesday borders on sociopathic, and while she may present herself as a loyal friend right now, some suspect that her fixation could turn deadly, or even that she's been planning to manipulate Wednesday this whole time. Could she grow jealous of Enid, seeing her as competition for Wednesday's attention? The possibility raises the idea that Agnes herself might try to remove Enid from the equation, making her another threat to Wednesday's closest bond, maybe even being willing to work with Tyler to bring her down. Other theories cast Agnes as more than just an independent danger, like being a pawn in someone else's larger scheme. If a remaining villain were to exploit her invisibility, convincing her to spy or sabotage in the name of protecting Wednesday, she might agree without realizing the mess she's making. The unpredictability of her position in the crew makes her one of the most unique wildcards in the second half of Season 2. Some people even speculate that she may be more powerful than she appears, possibly connected to somebody like Marilyn Thornhill. Her red hair and piercing eyes have sparked rumors that she could even be Thornhill's daughter, carrying forward her mother's dark legacy. If that's true, Agnes's role could shift from minor annoyance to major antagonist in a heartbeat, taking over the show's focus entirely. But possibly the most elaborate theories point toward Isadora Capri, Nevermore's new music teacher. From her very first appearance, she's given off vibes of mystery, with her conversations being laced with hints. In one early exchange, she referenced Prokofiev, a composer who also happened to be a chess master, as if she was slyly hinting at her own role as a strategist moving pieces across a board. Several other key moments have placed her in proximity to major events, from the music therapy session at Willow Hill, which seemed eerily planned, to her sudden appearance when Wednesday was racing to save Enid. Was she trying to help or deliberately stalling Wednesday for reasons of her own? Some theorists go even further, claiming Isadora may not just be manipulating events from the shadows, but could even possess abilities beyond her already revealed nature. One idea suggests that she can see into parts of the future, explaining her uncanny foresight and planning skills. Another, crazier theory imagines her as a time traveler, a speculation fueled in part by her actress's connection to Doctor Who, a series famous for bending time and many other strange concepts, some of which wouldn't be all too foreign to the world of Wednesday. While these theories may seem far-fetched or even downright insane, Wednesday has always thrived on blending gothic horror with outlandish fantasy, so the possibility can't just be thrown aside. Whether puppet master or misunderstood ally, Capri's true role is sure to be revealed in the coming episodes, and the effects of the reveal could reshape everything fans thought they knew about the season's plot. If Capri embodies the mysterious strategist behind the curtain, Principal Barry Dort represents another kind of enigma. On the surface, he often appears as comic relief, bumbling through Nevermore's challenges with a nervous kind of energy. But some viewers have noticed subtle hints that suggest there may be more to him than meets the eye. Dort has shown an unusual eagerness to secure funding, particularly from Wednesday's grandmother Hester, and was overheard in a secretive phone call that raised suspicions. Some believe that he's drowning in debt and has resorted to questionable alliances in order to keep Nevermore and his career afloat. The most compelling theory links Dort to the Morning Song cult, the siren-led movement that Bianca Barkley once resisted. By coercing Bianca into using her powers to manipulate Morticia and secure donations, Dort revealed a manipulative side that goes far beyond mere fundraising. Could he be in league with Bianca's estranged parent, or with the remnants of the LOIS experiments? If so, Dort is playing a very dangerous game, one that could damage the very students he claims to protect. Other ideas paint him as a red herring, a character whose suspicious behavior is designed to distract both Wednesday and the audience from the real culprit hidden in plain sight. But in a show that thrives on misdirection, even the appearance of innocence can be weaponized. Beyond the politics of Nevermore, Season 2 has also drawn the Addams family into focus. Morticia, Gomez, and Uncle Fester are no longer distant figures hovering around the background, but active participants in Wednesday's epic unfolding saga. One of the most interesting threads involves Morticia's long-missing sister, Ophelia Frump. In Part 1, Wednesday rescued a mysterious woman from solitary confinement at Willow Hill, a woman scarred by years of captivity and abuse. Also, of everyone watching, only 1% is subscribed, so you guys better get it to at least 5%, otherwise, I don't know. Just please subscribe, thank you. While some fans insist this prisoner is Tyler's mother, Françoise Galpin, others are convinced she is Ophelia herself, unjustly locked away for reasons yet unknown. If it is her, Part 2 could deliver a powerful family reunion, forcing Morticia to confront old wounds and giving Wednesday a new ally with deep knowledge of psychic lore, or even a new enemy broken by her traumatic experiments. Uncle Fester, too, is set up to step into the spotlight. His electric powers proved invaluable in Part 1, helping to disable Judy Spanigal, the avian killer. With Tyler and Slurp on the loose, Fester's talents could be crucial in the battles ahead. Some fans even speculate that his larger role this season may be setting the stage for a potential spin-off series, a rumor that gains traction with every scene he steals, with the acting being some of the best in the show. Whether or not that spin-off actually happens, his constant presence supports the underlying message of Season 2. That family, for all its oddities, is both a source of strength and a reminder of past pain. The Addams family's role in the story also ties into another mystery, the instability of Wednesday's psychic powers. Throughout Season 2, her visions have grown more violent and unpredictable. She's collapsed from seizures, bled black tears, and been overwhelmed by the intensity of her premonitions. The loss of Goody Addams, her spectral guide, has left her without an anchor, and the instability from that threatens to consume her entirely. Some believe this struggle isn't random, but the result of interference from external forces, possibly tied to the experiments of Stonehurst or the plotting of Isadora Capri. Others see it as part of a natural evolution, the painful process of a young psychic learning to harness abilities greater than she can currently control. The resolution to this arc might be with Morticia. In Season 1, it was revealed that Morticia once struggled with visions of her own, only finding peace through the guidance of a mentor. Now, it may be her turn to serve as that mentor, teaching Wednesday to master her abilities before they destroy her. This kind of storyline would not only further the supernatural mythology of the series, but also give an emotional breakthrough in the difficult relationship between mother and daughter. Alternatively, if the mysterious woman from Willow Hill is actually Aunt Ophelia, her knowledge of psychic lore could position her as the new guide Wednesday desperately needs. Layered within all of this speculation are rumors of new characters who could reshape the landscape of Nevermore itself. At the top of these is the news of Lady Gaga making a guest appearance in Part 2. Ever since her music was embraced by fans during the viral dance craze of Season 1, speculation has run wild about her joining the cast. From what we know, she'll be playing Rosalind Rotwood, a flamboyant new teacher whose dramatic flair may be a distraction from something much darker hiding beneath. But if Gaga's appearance is an exciting certainty, the enduring mysteries of familiar characters are even heavier on people's minds. Lurch, the Addams family's loyal chauffeur, has become the focus of an unexpected theory. Observant viewers noticed that his vitreous right eye mirrors that of the lead crow, responsible for a series of attacks. At times his eye appears normal, at others glassy, and always these changes coincide with ominous events. Could Lurch be possessed, manipulated by an outside force, or even replaced by a shapeshifter masquerading in his form? Or is it just some kind of production error? Some theories go as far as to suggest that the real Lurch has been imprisoned, his double, serving as an unwitting assassin in a larger plot. Whatever the real explanation is, some of these theories are so wild that they could make entire seasons exploring them. The web of theories also calls attention back to the villains who slipped away in Part 1. Judy Stonehurst may have been temporarily defeated, but she remains an unresolved thread. Her unknown fate after Willow Hill creates the likelihood that her vendetta isn't fully over. In the first half of the season, Judy's mission was to continue her father's gross legacy, harvesting the powers of outcasts through the LOIS project. But after Wednesday and Uncle Fester ruined her plans and released her captives, Judy's motive is no longer ambition, but pure revenge. Some fans think she'll unleash the Ravens again, turning every step Wednesday takes into a potential death trap. Her return is almost certain, but the question is whether she will remain a side villain or ascend to mastermind, managing the chaos on a scale even greater than her father dreamed. The looming presence of Judy ties directly to the broader mystery of the LOIS experiments themselves. Though Augustus Stonehurst met his gruesome end, the implications of his research are still out there. The power-extracting machine hidden beneath Willow Hill was not the work of a single man. Slurp's strange recognition of Stonehurst hints that the origins of the project reach further back, maybe into the halls of Nevermore itself. One super unnerving theory suggests that Slurp, before his death and resurrection, was a gifted inventor who originally created the machinery that Stonehurst later weaponized. If true, Slurp's return is more than a twist of fate. It is the comeback of a genius betrayed, a reminder that the line between victim and monster is very thin in the world of Wednesday. At the edges of all these theories is the question of legacy. Season 1 began with Joseph Crackstone, the Puritan zealot who saw outcasts as demons to be purged. Season 2 has pushed beyond his shadow into new villains, darker experiments, and much deeper conspiracies. But the echoes of Crackstone's ideology still echo. The Skull Tree, the cult-like remnants of Morning Song, the persecution of outcasts under the guise of science all trace back to the same idea that difference must be eradicated or controlled. As Wednesday battles Tyler, Slurp, Judy, and whoever else reveals themselves in the finale, she's not just fighting individuals, but confronting centuries of prejudice and exploitation. The theories that fans are spinning are not simply about who lives or dies, but about whether Wednesday, in her sharp, uncompromising way, can break the cycle of history and carve a new path for those who refuse to conform to social norms. With so many pieces in motion, the second half of Season 2 promises to be as much about revelation as it is about resolution. Each theory carries weight not simply because of its likelihood, but because it captures something essential about the world of Wednesday itself, that beneath every mystery lies another one, and that answers are often more unsettling than the questions that birthed them. So, what do you think of these theories? Which one's the craziest? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more Wednesday content and theories, click the video on screen now.